All right, let's go ahead and get this shindig on the road. Ah, there we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are all you nice nerds doing? Also, let me get the YouTube chat here. There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, my brush is not out. That's fucked up. Let me say hello, hello, hello. I prepared early, but I'm extra scatterbrained because I've been doing research. Hello, nobody. Congratulations on your first. Hello, Maury. Hello, Blanc. How you doing? How you doing? Hello, Bitter Felon. Hello, Super Tiger Fox. Nice. Hello, hello, Angelic Rosaline. And hello, Alfarius. How you doing? How's everyone doing today? I've been rough, if I'm going to be honest. Not in like a real serious sense, as in I spent maybe about an hour debugging a fucking OBS issue because of an update. Hello, Belnarian. Hello, Chieftain. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me big stretch. So that was fun. That was a good chunk of today. Not the biggest chunk, but it was a combination of that and dealing with like printer bullshit. So fun. Wow, today's been fun. Hopefully you nerds have been doing a lot better. So for today, I have a combination of the Asterion Moloc that I was working on. Oh, no. Oh, thank God I snoozed. I thought I accidentally hit the, like, another 3 more minutes of ads. I don't want to do that again. No. I got the Asterion Moloc. I was working a little bit at the tail end of, not tail end, basically all of Wednesday. And then also, I got DOOT. Now, DOOT is not something that was on my list of things to do. However, let me grab a brush. Yeah, let's get the big one out. Big one, and this is also pretty good. Oh, that should be good for now. So DOOT specifically was, wait, that's not a good verse. DOOT is going to be for like a joke. Like I have like a joke video in mind, but I specifically need DOOT for it. Oh, there it is. There's my beloved. There's my beloved extra wide coverage brushes. I have a lot of like good precision brushes, but if I just need to like bulk cover some shit, these two are my MVPs. So I had an idea. I was like, ooh, I have a really dumb idea for like a video thing, but I need a very specific model. And then I found DOOT. DOOT is made by the wonderful Saint Decent as well. I was like, oh, Dustman, how you doing? Welcome. Oh, yeah, actually, congratulations on finishing the army. I've had that feeling recently-ish when I was able to complete my, what's it called? God, why is this paint a lot thicker? I was able to finish my Chaos Knights army. I technically have picked up 2 smaller Chaos Knights since then, some War Dogs, but like, for like the actual Knights, for like the actual army, it is done. Like, I could actually run that. Yes, it is. It's him, DOOT. He is big. So DOOT is also not supposed to be at the scale. DOOT is supposed to be also, why is I have like 2 different types of gunmetal, and for some reason this gunmetal is brighter. Oh, you also got the 69 view streak. Let's go. Can I do like a double snap? I'm like, can I get 2 snaps at the same time? Nice. There we go. Yeah, I was gonna do this. Let's get my darker gunmetal out. Yeah, he's just got like a weird funky straw going on. He's got a weird funky straw going on. Yeah, apparently this is gunmetal in Vallejo's eyes. And this is also gunmetal. This is fucking bizarre just how different they are. I didn't realize they were that different, so never mind. Yeah, it's odd. I need to get a couple more, I need to get some more of that Vallejo air, though, because that shit is fucking bananas. It's so good. Since the screen... Oh, I believe you. I totally believe you. Do not worry. I did not doubt you for a second. You're even a brave trooper, I know. Also, hello, Jack Mo. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Hello, the Theologian. Welcome, everybody. If you do not know me, I'm Howard Not the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. What were you up to, nerd? What were you get up to? What were you doing? What were you doing? Also, let me do the proper. Let me do. Oh, you're chatting some stuff. How you doing? What are we chatting about? Here's some models I've worked on recently-ish. I'm also finishing up an Asterion Moloc conversion out of Rowboat Girly Man. But right before that, I want to work on DOOT. So yes, it is I, Mini Painting VTuber. Also, hello, Sadir. Welcome. How you doing? Well, hopefully your fun chat stream was fun and full of chat. You know those things that every chat stream going on. But yeah, for people who do not know me, I'm Howard the Mimic Elf, miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. And today this might be one that maybe I could have done an airbrush job on, but probably not that big of a deal. The amount of planning that went into this idea was like I printed a miniature, and then that's it. I was even debating whether I wanted to do this particular one stream, but I was like, fighting games get into war. Yo, let's go! Hell yeah! What you think about getting into painting for Warhammer stuff? I'm just in general a chaos boy, so I'm curious if you're going doing some chaos fun stuff as well. Yeah. I've also keep hearing nothing but good things about Helldivers. And eventually I'll probably play, but it's not super high on my radar. The big thing that's on my list is Dragon's Dogma 2 came out, and it's like, ooh, that would be a fun thing to play, because I did like Dragon's Dogma 1, but I have no idea when the fuck I'm going to fit that in. I have no fucking idea. Oh, yeah, let's go. Honestly, it warms my crude facsimile of a heart that when people are like, yeah, you inspired me to paint or do some similar sorts of things. I'm like, oh, I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little guy doing goofy bullshit. Oh, God. I'm dying. Especially, well, I got like a pretty decent computer now, because I got ye old I got a what's it called, like a 360 Ti, stuff like that. So it's not too bad. Like I got a decent enough graphics card, so I'm not super worried. But yeah, maybe streaming would be a little bit iffy too. But oh yeah, I'm trying out I was originally thinking about entirely getting rid of what's it called? Entirely getting rid of Mix It Up Bot, but there's still a couple of features that are very, very nice. Ooh, let's go. Oh, it's that bad. Maybe I'll wait till they patch it a bit then. I don't know. I guess I don't have like a beast rig. Well, also hello, Yuze Jin. Welcome. How you doing? Let's just get into the recesses. This is oh god. I guess I don't need to hold it by the goo feet. I'm just kind of especially since I'm just doing like, oh no, that did not need to be covered. I'm just doing some like very, very, very rough coding on this. How you doing? Welcome. Yeah, today's been interesting though, because of the OBS stuff I've been on. Every now and then I go on like a kick for like, maybe there's like stuff with my setup I need to look into tweaking again. I was like looking at like newer audio interfaces, a couple of other like plugins and stuff like that. That part's been fun though. I'm due for a refresh for a lot of things, because I don't want to get complacent. I want to keep everything at the pinnacle of what is available to me. Hello, Shadow. How you doing? Welcome. I'm applying a lot of metal to this big metal man. Oh god, I'm getting all over my hand. Oh, that's what I was missing. I'm missing my glove. I forgot my funky little glove so I can keep my hand pure. Mostly the reason I always have like one nitrile glove on is because I don't want to. I've learned in the past that sometimes if you just directly hold it with your hands, you can like rub off some paint in a way that's not great. I don't want to have to deal with that bullshit again. So many very specific tips and tricks I've learned over the years. It's been great. But yeah, I'm hoping that maybe they'll eventually like. I do know also Luca Finale. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. Welcome. I know some people were saying with Dragon's Dogma 2 that like they're killing NPCs for frame rate. So maybe if I just gotta wait a while, and it will eventually resolve itself. How you doing, Luca? How you doing? I'm applying layers of paint to the DOOT. Also, it doesn't help that, it doesn't hurt that for like this kind of like joke mini idea I have is that the actual model, like it's a good model. Yeah, I will say my Stormcast have a custom head. but like I believe Stormcast don't have like a bad design for like some parts of them, but like there was like little insignia bits I would like clip and trim. I removed the heads because I found the default heads kind of lacking in the in most aspects really. But yeah, the game itself is pretty fun. I'm a little worried because the Games Workshop is doing one of those like, we're gonna like simplify and streamline everything, and I'm not one of those people that I'm like, it must be complex. It must be complex and cumbersome, or else it's not true wargaming. Those people exist. There's people that like, if you don't look up like 8 charts of armor penetration rules, you're a filthy scrub casual and you're ruining the hobby. But usually when Games Workshop is like, we're gonna like simplify and streamline and make it more intuitive. What they really mean is that they're about to break their game, and I'm like, oh no, that's not good. I would rather you not totally break your game, thanks. Oh, Matthew, how you doing? Welcome. I mean, yes, a lot of the orc rules did, especially when you could build like custom vehicles and shit, did have a lot of soul. They definitely did. That's totally understandable. Unless you mean like specifically the rules between what's it called. Age of Sigmar has like a couple of things that like 40k doesn't. For like there's no toughness stat. There was no toughness stat for like stuff. It's just that like you would just roll to wound, which I kind of thought was nice because it took out a layer of bookkeeping, and also 40k's toughness is kind of a train wreck anyway. This is a 3D print. Yeah, it's from Saint Decent. She has like this is technically a giant undead guy. She has a collection of undead dudes that it's like most of them are kind of spooky people with swords, but one of them had a horn, and I was like, oh, I have ideas. I have ideas. I have ideas for him. Yeah, I'm right now though, I'm just like very, very sloppily applying some stuff. This is just like I'm just getting some paint in some places. Oh yeah, no, don't worry about lurking. Whenever someone gets off their stream, I do not expect someone to be like, I'm going to be fully attentive and going to watch your stream for the next 8 hours. Yeah, I'm not finish your orc kill tape. You should. The orc kill tape is pretty fun. Yeah, I don't like for me, it's not like I kind of get what they're doing with toughness every now and then, but I don't like. I've found that with Age of Sigmar, when you remove it, it doesn't add as much. Like there's one of those things in game design that if it's like if the removal of something does not significantly affect the way it goes down. Like if it doesn't significantly change the gameplay experience, you could probably just get away with cutting it, and then nothing would super change. I swear I'm usually a clinger painter. This is just I am liberally applying a fuckload of metal to a big boy, so we're gonna touch up for like the cloak and some other shit later. So do not worry. Also, a thing that Age of Sigmar does that's a bit simpler than 40k is that wounds roll over. 40k has things where like if you ever see like a weapon that has like a melee profile that gets a lot of attacks but does little damage, and then there's another one that does like a lot of damage, but only has a very few attacks, because the idea is those are the ones you use for cracking vehicles and big stuff like that. That doesn't exist in Age of Sigmar either, because in Age of Sigmar specifically, all of your models, like there's damage rollover. If you attack a unit and that unit has 5 dudes and you deal 5 damage, they just take 5 damage worth of damage. You don't have to be like 1 damage from 1 attack, 1 damage from 1 attack, 1 damage from 1 attack if you want to chunk through a guy. Which, once again, I thought that was, like, pretty fine. But yeah, I don't know what they're going to do for, like, their quote-unquote streamlining and stuff like that, so we'll see. It's one of those things I don't want to be, like, all doom and gloom, so we'll really see when they decide to go for it. And I guess while we're doing metallics, I'll go and get that horn, too, which I figure is just going to be more Warplock Bronze. But yeah, it's almost like maybe 40k is not the best put together game. But I mean, there's precedent for a lot of stuff like that's kind of thing that like when this is like baby's first examination into like the sacred cows of certain games, where it's like you look at their stuff and they're like, why are you doing this? And the answer is usually we've been doing this forever. Like how a lot of times, like, yeah, I know, right? 40k and balance, say it so. But I mean, it's like in like even like D&D is another example. Like, sure, like 90% of the time when you're fucking around with stats, like when you're fucking around with stats in D&D, your actual stat score really does not matter a good chunk. Like it does, like the difference between a 16 and a 17 strength does not really mean a whole lot. All a 17 typically means outside of a couple of scenarios is like, oh, you're going to eventually one day get a modifier increase and then your stat will go up. Which is why, like, even like D20 variations, like I think True 20 did away with stat scores. Pathfinder 2e, the revamp, is basically be like, yeah, we're just gonna do modifiers. And the answer of like why were they in there? And like sometimes you'll get like this belt sets your strength to 19 or whatever. But doesn't need to. It doesn't really need to be like that. It's modifiers for the vast majority of cases, and the couple of times where it does matter is so insignificant that you could probably remove those instances, and it will not affect the game. Which is why also I think it's fun when it's like, hey, check out these other games and see what they're doing. You're like, oh shit, they're doing like reasonable mechanical decisions. Abilities and stuff are affect things in a way that makes sense to me as a person playing a game. And not somebody who is playing D&D specifically. God, how do I... It's got like little bits in the hand. But yeah, like going back to that, yeah, I don't know how it's going to get simpler. So I don't know if I say the proper hello, Headless. If I did not say a proper hello, hello. And also Sabine Potato, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. Welcome. Yeah, thinner brush. There we go. So, I don't know. I mean, realistically, I think some of it's just going to be marketing speak, where it's like we're going to make it simpler and like new person friendlier and stuff like that. And we all know what really means is Games Workshop. Like it's like, oh, it's been what, like 3 years now. I think they basically do like 3-year cycles on all their war games, because that's I assume they've done some numbers and they're like, that is the most profitable, or like players will complain the least if you give them at least 3 years to have their current edition. Like there's not that there's like never been a improvement in ideas for games. I think 10th edition, especially for 40K, the idea of cutting down on stratagems and stuff like that, I think that was a noble goal. I think at the very, very base level, that is a reasonable goal to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna cut. Like, there's a lot of stratagem bullshit that should not be in this game. What if there wasn't? What if there was less of that shit? But a lot of times, a lot of the new additions are just like, what if we just tweak some numbers around a bit? You know, let's just fuck around with some numbers and then sell you the game again. I don't know. It'll be interesting though. Like Age of Sigmar is the war game I've played the most. Well, no, War Machine's the war game that I've played the most. Age of Sigmar has been the Warhammer I've played the most. And I basically skipped out on 3rd edition, which is funny because I'm still weak to the like, oh, I need to make sure I get my book updates and stuff like that for a war game I never play. I mean, this is also another one of those things is like what you ask of like what defines the best editions of Warhammer? You will get a bunch of conflicting answers. It's okay. DOOT is pretty sturdy. DOOT is sturdy because he's a big boy. I accidentally knocked another dude over and broke his I printed out like this like fucked up slug mutant guy for some shits and giggles, because every now and then when I have extra space in my 3D printer, I'll be like, I'll just put like a fun model in there. Oh, that's way too watery. How you doing, Fist of North Star State? How you doing? I'm doing DOOT. Don't play. I mean, the thing is, like, so I do occasionally get models that are just fun to paint. And it's but usually it's more like the books and stuff like that, where it's just like I'm not gonna play this. Why do I care if I have like the updated codex? I don't know. Like I had the Skaven 2nd and 3rd edition codex, and I did not play a single goddamn game of 3rd edition Age of Sigmar. Also, 3rd edition Age of Sigmar did have that like really bad luck of being the edition during COVID, or like close to COVID, I guess. Even thinner brush. Which that's just kind of unfortunate. Oh yeah, like Wahapedia, like this is something specifically that's frustrating about Age of Sigmar. There was a legitimately a point in time where they would put up all the battle tomes, like all the stats for the individual units. Like you wouldn't get like a full army book, but you could look up like, oh, I'm gonna look up my Blight King. I'm gonna look up Blight Kings, and I could be like, oh, motherfucker! Ah, god damn it! Okay, that broke off again. I see how it's going to be. There you go. It's fine. That's fine. It's been glued once before. I don't think it's going to get particularly any better stability wise, so I'm just gonna have to suck it up and just kind of wait to the very, very end. I mean, there's nothing about this particular bit that needs to go on right now. Oh yeah, so hello Joel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Asterion Moloc, the chapter master of the Minotaurs, which I've converted out of a reboot Gilliman. Also, hello, Venom Hunter. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me say howdy, howdy, howdy. Hello, Noodles. How you doing? How you doing? Let me say hello to everybody. If you do not know me, I am Halbernaut the Mimic Elf. I am a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. How is Escape from Tarkov? And hello, Fish AI. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I was showing everybody, this is my Asterion Moloc. He is a conversion from, he is a conversion specifically from Robot Gilliman, the Primarch of the Ultramarines. This is a Warhammer. Yeah, let me show you some of the other stuff I worked on as well. I need to update this with some new photos, but yeah, here's some Death Guard. Here's a model that's not Warhammer. It's specifically from a guy named Blue Art who does like Giger style stuff. And there's some Middle-earth strategy battle game. Woo! Yeah. And then so I'm painting the little finishing touches on this lad, and then also DOOT. This is DOOT. DOOT is receiving colors at the moment. And Venom Hunter, thank you for the follow, and welcome to the workshop. How was Tarkov, by the way? Everybody, I figured everybody would love DOOT. DOOT is going to be for a. I have an idea for DOOT that I wish to do. I wish to DOOT. So I need to get. I don't. He's not going to be for like an army or anything. I literally printed out that model because I want to use it for a joke. Yeah, if you are thinking hell yeah painting, I do mini painting twice a week on Sunday nights like tonight, and then also I do a little bit on what's it called, Wednesdays as well. I like to do ooh there we go, senior points in the official Nanner fan club. Let's go. I almost missed that. Oh no, let me get you on there. For everybody who does not know, this is my wonderful snake Nanners. She is doing good. She's slightly moving a bit more. She's not active enough where I can like hold her now. She's not active enough where I can get like a really good hold on her, unfortunately. So I'm hoping soon I can pet her. It's been so long. It's been so long that I would like to pet my snake, and she's not letting me. Just doing a re-debut and doing a bunch of stuff. Oh, hell yeah. Hopefully the runs did good in Tarkov. And congratulations on your re-debut. Fuck yeah, let's go. Oh yeah, if it's been a while, I've been updating my setup for like a lot of move transitions and stuff like this. Yeah. If you like mini painting, I do that shit all the time. This is my cute snake manners. I will be updating this probably by the end of the month. Hello, Necromancer Cobalt. Welcome. How you doing? Showing everybody my snake, which usually is frowned upon in public, but this is my stream. I do what I want. All right, but yes, Matthew Riceseeker, welcome to the senior year of the official Nanners fan club. Let's go here. There we go. Yeah, I did. God, I thought move transitions was what broke. So I did that thing where I updated OBS. I didn't update it right before stream, but it was like a couple of hours because I was like, I need to do some stuff, and my OBS is a little out of date. That probably needs just like a tinge of I don't want to get too far out of date. And some of the features seem nice, so I updated it, and then it's like, oh yeah, your Steam plugin, your Stream Deck plugin, it exploded. It would actually specifically only explode when I try to delete anything, which is fun. Like if I try to delete something from the view. Let's see, there's also a little bit on this ass I need to get. Asterion Moloc is actually, like, other than an oil wash, very close to being done, but there's like a couple of like little bits I need to get. Let's see, this might actually be better for a medium zoom. There we go. But yeah, howdy, how you doing? I'm Southern today as well. No, I'm not Southern very often. I don't know. I've heard some people say my accent kind of sounds a little Southern. I would never detect it, but who knows? Who knows how it be? But yeah, speak about like even just like I went another one of those like do I need to upgrade a lot of my stream setup stuff? And I was like, okay, maybe like new audio interface. Maybe new audio interface. I've heard good things about these Audient ones. I was like, maybe that would be nice. A couple of other just like little bits and bobs and little bops and whatnot. Well, howdy there, everyone. I do declare it is a very good opportunity to meet all of you on this fine Sunday evening. I'm terribly sorry. Hello, split the party. I'm not Southern. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Getting a lot of raids today, and I feel very happy about it. Hell yeah, let's go. If everyone does not know me, I am Halbernot the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. Wait, did I do... let's see. It did not show what you were doing. What the fuck? What the fuck were you up to? Maybe there we go. Hey, what were you doing for Warhammer today? Yeah, oh, thank you. He's needs like not that much more done, which is why I'm also working on DOOT. DOOT is also another project. More Pokemon too. Ooh, fuck yeah, let's go. I'm working on DOOT. And DOOT has been going very, very nice. I keep snapping off the fucking thing. It's fine. Let's see. What do we want to do now? Well, I'm waiting for DOOT to dry. Oh yeah, I need to do another pass on the purity seals. They're a little scrunkly. But yeah, oh yeah, I forgot to introduce myself proper. For people who do not know me, I am Halbernot the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. Though I also do a couple of other various armies and whatnot, because I make great financial decisions. That's why I collect tabletop RPGs, and I'm a VTuber, and I'm a miniature painter. Wow, I make good choices. And now I'm over here looking at like getting audio interface improvements just to like make myself sound a little, just like a tiny bit better. Even I don't even think it's going to be that much of a difference, but who knows? But yeah, oh god, this lad is pretty close. There's like a couple little bits I'd want to tweak. To say you hate money, I do. Fuck money, I hate it. I wish I had more. Yes, everybody should look at me as a fine example of how to properly utilize funds. I mean, technically, I don't think I'm like the worst example. Like I do rent my own place, but like I don't need to live with my parents. I do not have any roommates. I think like financially, someone could do a lot worse than me, especially in the VTubing realm. Also, I'm like one of the 3 VTubers who could goddamn drive a car, which that baffles my mind. But I know some of it's like a location thing, where it's like, oh yeah, if you live in like a big city, you have to have you don't need a car. Public transportation's good, and you will have a fine time. If I do not have one, I go nowhere. And prior to learning that I can get groceries delivered, I would starve to death, which is not ideal. I would like to not starve to death. I'm doing a pretty good job against not doing that though. There we go. I did find out a while ago that my typical meal plan, I was like just slightly under calorie for what I should be doing, so I added a little bit more for that. So I'm no longer starving to death. They really don't know. Yeah, you just get like a lot of congested traffic and sadness, and it's like, well, it's not worth it. I don't know. I like the idea of every now and then just getting on a train and just taking a nice relaxing let's go and go. Welcome. Just walk both ways. I used to do that life. There was a time where it's like before I got my license renewed, where I could not drive. So I did a dumb thing where in college I let my driver's license lapse. And because I let my driver's license lapse, it was really hard to take the test to get my driver's license renewed because I did not have a car. And most places won't sell or rent you a car unless you have a driver's license. So I used to do a lot more walking places. And I eventually got out of that hole. Like that was a bullshit annoying loop, and I'm glad I never have to repeat that. Let's see what we want to do. He's got the little energy cables, and I think it'd be fun if I just do like a very very, very light green, kind of just like a very, very small kind of like highlight on there. Like it just enough to add like a little hint of a glow. I'm not gonna go like full Deathjack glowy skaven thing. Just no license. Oh, I mean that's the state I was in. That was the state I was in for a while, where it's like I know how to drive. Please, like the funny thing is, legitimately, I eventually did find a driving instructor who was like certified and actually had like his car. That he it was like basically like a mom and pop driving instructor. Where the idea was like he was like, okay, I'm not part of like a big agency. I'm like a guy, and I'll do driving instructors during like nights, like during night shift for like working adults. And it's like, it's me. I'm a working adult. Which it's once again, I'm painting little resin and plastic figures on screen, so it's surprising to find out that I'm a functioning working adult. But and I think I told this a couple of times, so I'm sure a lot of you have heard this. But basically, I was like, oh fuck yeah, you are a godsend. I need to get out of this cannot legally drive hell. I took 1 day with him, 1 day, and the guy was like, you already know how to drive. Like I can't teach you anything. You being here would just waste both of our time. I'm going to write you a little slip that says you can get your license now if you go to DMV. Because I did the big brain thing where I stopped before train tracks, and he's like, "Huh, people usually don't stop before the train tracks. So like sometimes trains come." And then as soon as I stopped, the little like do thing just immediately went down, and he's like, "Holy shit, you're psychic!" I was like, "This is a weird coincidence, but it illustrates the point." So like I was doing stuff like that. Yeah, if hopefully I don't typically write really like do yes it is I the psycho elf, but I wrote him a very glowing 5-star review. I'm like, this guy saved me a bunch of time and money, and he didn't bilk me out of a bunch of bullshit. Everybody should get their driver's license shit from him. A lot of people don't. A lot of people aren't good drivers though, or like okay drivers. As somebody who's had to deal with this kind of bullshit, like I need a very small brush. There we go. I do. I hear the voices all the time. They're like, how? You should start a Chaos Space Marine army. The Purge looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Whoa, Hal. Whoa, the Purge looks pretty cool. Don't you think so, Hal? Whoa, whoa. That is actually like not like a super real thought, but like I was looking at because of the Chaos Space Marine got like is going to get some new boxes. They're getting some new boxes, and then also they have like a new like codex coming out and stuff like that. And then but there's two different starter boxes for like altogether they're like 430, but that gives you basically a full army. And I'm like, ha ha ha! Oh, wouldn't that be? Wouldn't that be wild? Wouldn't that be bananas to get a Chaos Space Marine army? I don't have a Nurgle army for Chaos Space Marines, just Death Guard, haha. And then I found the Purge, which is a Nurgle aligned Chaos Space Marine faction that wants to exterminate all life. And you know what's the funny thing about the Purge? They don't paint their trim. They have like green legs, and then they paint the trim the exact same fucking green. It's magical. Hey, how you doing? No need for gravity. Oh, I'm so jelly. I want to go. I want to go to Adepticon one of these days. Like one of these years. Sorry. I don't know if I'm gonna go to this year's convention was probably was Magfest, which was fun. I had a lot of fun, but like in terms of the stuff that was there, it was fine. Primarily the reason I went to Magfest is because I got to meet some people, and it was very, very sweet. Painted witches, I did nothing. Some days are like that. But how you doing, Fred? And bye, Fred. But yeah, going to Adepticon sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, imagine doing that. Imagine doing that. But yeah. I do want to go. I want to go to Adepticon, and I want to maybe one day go back to Gen Con. Gen Con is always a blast, and I have a lot of fun, but I've not gone in many a moon. I've not gone to Gen Con in many a moon. How's Outboundinator? How's it going? It's going pretty good. I'm working on my funky Primarch lad. And I also got the DOOT master who is in the wings. I'm currently getting like little tiny details where it's like, okay, what am I doing? I want to get like a little bit more glow on this like little energy belt thing. There we go. And then I need this is going to be difficult. I want to put like I don't want to put like the purity seals are way too small to do anything like really precise. But I want to see if I can just get like something on there. It's like just some writing. Just like little scribbles, little scribble wavels. Little wavy scribbles. There we go. Let's get a little black on my palette. Excellent. Oh, my Kitbash. Oh, yo, let's go. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. I don't watch much Miniac these days, but I watch Mistcast every now and then. I'm glad he made it to Adepticon because I know he put together a video. Like I find Mistcast fascinating because like this is something I think about for like Warhammer stuff. Hello, Coven. How you doing? Welcome. Like a lot of Warhammer videos are made for people, or mini videos are made for people who are into minis. Where it's like, I mean, that sounds obvious, but like there's people who put out video content for like I don't know, like let's talk about like Showa era magical girl shows. And like this is not something specific to what I've been into, but like people will put out stuff like that, and people who are not even into that will be like, I give that a watch, fuck yeah. But yeah, Miscast puts together these like very neat kind of introspect. Oh god, it's did not turn out as smooth as I would have liked. Do I have like a I try to like write over that slightly with some more white and go back to a different one. There we go. Hopefully this doesn't get too chunky. But yeah, Miscast has these like very intricate videos where I'm like, this guy's doing some neat stuff where he's doing these like kind of like figured out like a lot of his like the emotional meaning behind what he wants to do for certain projects and like the kind of steps he takes them, and he shoots them really well. Some of the stuff he shoots really well, I'm like, that'd be cool if I could do that. But also, he's got like a lot of. This is also something I think about for like MS Paints, where it's like his stuff is really cool, but I do not have. I do not have the camera equipment that this guy has, because like I found out that not Miscast, specifically MS Paints was like, oh yeah, I used to do video stuff. So like he came into the hobby with the series, and like not that I couldn't learn skills like that, but I just don't have those. I just don't have those, and so that requires gear. Actually, not even the skills. I can learn shit. Gear is always like my stopping point from a lot of bullshit. This is not the prettiest fucking purity seals I've ever done. That's fine. That's fine. Let me see. What else? What else do I need to do with you? Oh yeah, a couple of the fingers I think accidentally got like mispainted. But it's like it's neat. I think about like that kind of stuff. But yeah, this is also why I was like, I think I want to shoot a video thing for my YouTube channel, for like the YouTube channel one. And the thing is, I was like, oh wait a minute, before I got the chance to shoot today, I had the fucking issue where everything exploded, and then immediately after the explosion, I didn't fucking realize I was like my mouth syncing was off. Like my mouth tracking, I still need to tweak a little bit. There's something that I have a hard time getting fully 100% right for like the various blend shapes and stuff like that. So I gotta maybe tweak that a little bit. But also I think recording from OBS had like a sound delay. Though, like, oh god, this is an issue. So it's like I gotta get past those little hurdles. Soon though. Let me get you, buddy. Get this little spear bit. I think after I get like the spear, there's like also like a little bit of metal on the fucking bull head that I gotta get. Oh yeah, fuck! I need to get that fucking bull like nose ring horn or whatever. Take a drink, big thirsty. But yeah, who knows? Maybe next year I'll go to Adepticon. I don't know. I would like to do more. I'd like to do more convention-y things, especially for like wargaming stuff like that. A lot of my focus has been like VTuber side of things, but doing like a big event, especially if I could find like some like I know there was like a fucking turn-up meetup for Adepticon. It's like, oh how I wish I could have turned up at Adepticon. That would have been a lovely time. I think a lot of the big turnip events, Turnip 28 events, are like also in the UK, which makes sense. Like a lot of, oh, that's probably a little messy though. But like a lot, not even turnip, a lot of wargaming stuff is in the UK because it's like that's Warhammer land. That's where the Warhammers are at. And even if you're not doing the Warhammers anymore, the culture is there. Hmm. Oh, also speaking about some cool like European miniature bullshit. Um, um, it is legitimately the Grand Capital Wargaming. I was able to get a hold of a archive of the Cry Havoc magazine, aka the one I showed off a little bit. That's like the confrontation minis. Yeah, this is something I've ran into a guy recently who's joined my commander group, and he's a guy that's like done a lot more like tabletop D&D, like world stuff, and he's talking about just like casually meeting a lot of these like relatively big names, like stuff that like I've never been huge on Critical Role, but he's talking about meeting like some of like the voice, like some of the actors in that. I about said voice actors. I guess they are voice actors to a certain degree, but like meeting some of those people, and apparently they're all like really nice people. Like apparently have I feel like for the most part, if you're just like a total fucking asshat in this hobby, it gets called out really quick, and people just kind of know. Like in my I guess yeah, a lot of them are voice actors to be fair, but yeah, but like in my experience, like a lot of these kind of people are like very very nice, and it would be cool to kind of do that, just to kind of be like finally a place for gamers like me, home. And every now and then they do talk about like the coziness of going down to like fucking Bugman's or whatever. Or like just more or less like the going back just like the general Europe thing. They just go to Bugman's and play games all day. It's like, oh, that sounds great. Sounds nice. Let's get a little bit more on there. All right. I think parody seals just kind of look like shit whenever I do like the little like line text. I don't have a do I have like a micro pen? Hold on. I think I have a Gundam pen somewhere. Is it the model kit marker? All right. I got this. Let's find out. Oh God, how this is like not. Oh, is this just like a panel liner marker? Oil-based plastic model ink. Yeah, no, this is a panel liner. Not the right type of marker. Goodbye. I think. Why do I have so many Gundam markers? God damn. I have even more Gundam markers. Why? All right, let's see what this marker looks like. God damn, it's still not the right. Do I got a fucking? I know I have a Sharpie. I have a Sharpie somewhere. I'm very sorry. I'm looking for very specific gear. I'm up. Hey, there we go. My micro Sharpie. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, I got my little Sharpie. I'm just gonna paint over one of these again. It doesn't matter. Well, I know I had like I was like I thought my Gundam markers were for more like the like fine detail work, but they were just all panel liner types. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint this white. I do have Gunpla to paint, or specifically I have some like kind of cheeky Plomo stuff. Like I have a bullet witch. Like I basically have like a anime cute moe moe girl with like a big lance gun Plomo figure to build and paint and stuff like that. That is on the list of things that I would like to do at some point, but time has like not been kind. I did find out that like my guild boss is like, hey Hal, next week I don't know when I'm taking the days off, but I'm gonna have 2 random days off just so you know. And like that's not a big deal. That sounds like that might be like a douche move, but like that's not like we're as bad as the guild is sometimes. The guy who's directly supervising me is a very cool dude. And I was like, yeah, no, that's fine. Just do what you gotta do. And I was like, maybe I should take me like a day or two off the week after that. He's like, you should. I'm like, oh fuck, okay. So maybe I'll take me a day or two off, and I'll be like, all right, I need me a long weekend so I can get like a bunch of shit together. Maybe I could do a casual, just relaxing plumbo building. All right, security seals as well. Some of these will probably just be fixed with that. All right. But yeah, a Gundam. I've done one Gunpla building stream that I can remember. I had a unit, Ava unit 5, like the Bardial, I believe, like the one that goes apeshit. All right, see what you look like. What if I just go like? It doesn't significantly change. I'm not gonna lie. So it's just like, hold on. There we go. Boop boop boop. It does nothing different. It does nothing different. Goddamn. You know what? That's fine. What I think I'm just going to do is I am going to scream. I'm going to scream. I'm pretty sure that once the oil wash hits, they'll just kind of look sufficiently like hyper grungy. And it won't be a it won't be a big deal at that point. Yeah, I don't have a fresh Sharpie. I do not have a fresh Sharpie, unfortunately. All right, I think Asterion Moloc is looking pretty okay, no, I have one more thing I can do, actually. I think I could take, like, what's it called? I think I could take a light gray and do a little bit of dry brushing on this grip and have a good time. How you doing, Elf Pulse? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm struggling on purity seals and little lances breaking. There we go. I also gotta get my sponge, which is now shattered, I guess. I don't know how I shattered a sponge. Oh yeah, because this specifically the sponge is from like battle foam, so it has like a crack in it, as it does. Oh, buddy, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm working on Asterion Moloc, who should be ready for an oil wash at some point today. I'm very excited. Go. Gonna wipe this off on yield stuff. Should just be able to go now. Oh, it's too watery. It's hard to find that like right balance between like totally fucking saturated and just like a nice little. Okay, there we go. There we go. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, the spear broke. Oh, that's way too thick. Way too thick. I have just like a little bit of just like goofy little one-off issues during this like last kind of final step before I go back to DOOT. Total model saturation. One of these days I'll play Resident Evil so I can fully get the context on that. I think that's Resident Evil. That could be Deus Ex. Speaking of which, though, I am going to be playing Deus Ex on Tuesday. I've been talking about doing it for a while, and I like Northern Journey, the little bit I played. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. I will beat that game on stream one day, but I definitely I need to grind. I need to grind a lot. I need to grind a lot in order to I did some grinding. I got me a fucking meteor dragon, not a the blue eyes meteor dragon, but one that could fuse into that. And well, that's fine. It is absolutely like not fun to watch. I was like, that's fine. And like Northern Journey is cool. Northern Journey is cool. I don't know. I feel like I want to kind of get onto like a game that I've really been itching to play for a while. Let me get like the last little bit of glue on this bad boy, and then I think he'll be ready for a wash. He barely looks any different, but really he was already at the stage. I just need to do some touch-ups anyway, so that's fine. God. All right. Let's do a heckin' glue. So let's get him glued again, and then hopefully this might eventually just reach the point where he just gets like a little funky half spear, and that's it. Come on, buddy. Yeah, all my glue is like a little bit crusty at the moment. That's just how it be sometimes. Oh god. I have a newer glue. I like a slightly newer bottle of glue. And this, no, it's not that much different. All my glue is crusty. Fuck. This is why I don't like using this kind of glue a lot. I prefer plastic glue, but when it comes to resin, you kind of gotta use this type. Come on, buddy. I gotta find that magic angle where it reconnects. There we go. Well, how's it going, everybody? Hello, Dash Shift. How you doing? Yeah, I converted Rowboat Girly Man into Asterion Moloc, and his spear broke, so I'm trying to, like, refix it. God, the dry brushing is real shit. It's fine. I'll wait for the oil wash to fix it. Or at least kind of even out the tones a little bit. Alright, so he's gluing and drawing and done for now. And I'm gonna have to leave that alone. I'm glad you like it. And now here's this guy. Who I have not painted on stream at all tonight, but basically I already have a bunch of metal on the palette, and I just want to use a little bit of that. This is a guy for Turnip 28. He's got two heads. He's two guys in a trench coat. So he's got the guy up top, and then he's got the guy in the bottom with the real brains of the operation, the guy with the gun. This is what I like Turnip every now and then. I could just make like a this is kind of a shitpost of a model. Like, this is like a goofy guy, but I find it really charming. Wait, we'll paint the entire gun metal, and then I'll just go back later and hit up the wood bits. Behold! I think he's also got like a frying pan. He got a frying pan. He's got like a big bowl on here. We'll go ahead and give that appropriate stuff. He's probably gonna be I don't know if I wanted him to be, yeah, he's gonna be a snob, yeah. He's gonna be a snob. I don't know if he's gonna be a Toph or, Toady, though, but he definitely will be a snob of some sort. Yeah, two heads and no brain is a good way to describe Turnip in general, though. Alright. So yeah, it's him, it's DOOT. Let me go ahead and just use the little bit of the blue tack to remove the blue tack that stuck him to his base when I was doing like priming and nonsense, because I want to get the I kind of want to get the bottom of the feet, even though realistically that will be covered with stuff. There we go. It's him. It's Doot. Probably ideally I gotta go back to medium zoom for Doot. Doot's too big for regular zoom. God, this is getting sticky all over my gloves. I need to replace this glove anyway. The thumb has split, and I just do not want to go. I don't want to go to the kitchen and get me another one. That's where I keep all my gloves, by the way. I keep them all in my kitchen, because that's where I do a lot of just like miscellaneous stuff. Like it's like, oh yeah, I'll just like clean up, do like a little quick oil wash in the kitchen. It's easier. It's easier to wash up. Hello, Yield Brick. How you doing? Welcome. He is very shiny, yeah. He's a very shiny lad. And I was thinking about for the, oh fuck, I didn't get this one particular angle. That's fun. Can't argue with that logic. Yeah, exactly. I do a lot in my kitchen. There's unironically been multiple times where I have rendered my kitchen totally non-functional by the amount of just bullshit I do in there. Like, it's like, well, I can't cook food anymore. All my craft supplies are in here. It's also the one room I have in my house that has, like, not carpet for the flooring. So it's easier for, like, oh, I spilled a bunch of glue or whatever. I don't really spill glue, but, like, for I've done, like, big terrain boards. I've done big terrain boards, and those typically leave a lot of just dust and, like, gravel and shit everywhere. So it's like, oh, I gotta do that in the kitchen. Yeah, the kitchen. We definitely don't cook in there. I do cook in there though. Well, once again, like I joke about it's like, oh, I'm financially irresponsible and like, but I am to like once again, I'm in good VTuber status where I can cook my own food. I can do my own stuff. Once again, I have to cook for myself or I starve. I mean, I guess I could eat out every night. I could. I don't want to though. That's not good health wise or financially, and so I do a lot of meal prep style stuff. I definitely eat like a bachelor, where I eat for efficiency. Not that the food I make tastes bad, but I definitely do like yes, time to bulk cook. UMC Pilot Mecha, really? See, I saw Dr. Anime. Welcome. How you doing? And hello, Steve. How you doing as well? Welcome. How both you nerds doing? How both you nerds doing? Don't care about my health, but I do care about the wallet. Well, I care about your health. You should. I mean, you should take care of yourself. You gotta take care of yourself. At the end of the day, you're the one who can take care of you. So you gotta watch out. You gotta operate that vessel for as long as you possibly can. I shouldn't say vessel. Vessel was what fucking no, sorry, it was vehicle. My bad. I was like vessel is what the Heaven's Gate cult used to call their bodies. And like no, it was vehicle. That was a vehicle thing. How are you just busy? I dealing with technology breaking. Luckily I was able to get my OBS fixed in time for stream, so that was good. That was nice. Oh, also too, I my 3D printer has been having some issues where like the resin one's totally fine. My resin one has actually been nothing but sunshine and rainbows for months. It's the weird citizen types color car. Oh, that would explain it. Like, time to get in my vessel. Or it could be someone who's really into pirates, like, "Arr, board me vessel." And like, that is a Toyota Camry, my guy. Like, "Yar, me vessel." I tried slapping the printer. I've tried it and it doesn't work for some reason. I know it's shocking. I'm baffled too. Oh fuck, just one more thing with Asterion I gotta do. Before I can like get him ready for oil wash. But I did order. So the funny thing about Creality Ender 3s is like it's an open source design, so people can just make parts for it willy-nilly. It's kind of a basic bitch 3D printer, but also it's kind of old at this point, but it's got a lot of upgrade options. So like as shit of mine keeps breaking, I keep buying and the upgrades are cheap. So I'm buying like a metal extruder, which is the part that I'm currently having issues with right now. And eventually I will ship a Theseus, my own goddamn 3D printer, into something that works fine. Because I'll get like a print that works once and it'll be like, yay, it works. And then I print something again with the exact same settings and it explodes and I don't understand. Oh yeah, there is like there's like a handful of Heaven's Gate people who the ones that were like, yes, we are the ones that maintain the website. There was literally a guy who quit Heaven's Gate like right before the mass exit. Spoilers, everyone killed themselves because he had to masturbate. Like, that's technically, as far as I can tell, the only time masturbation has saved someone's life that I'm aware of. I'm sure it's happened, like, a couple of other times, but that's the big one I can think of. Oh, Grip Shadow again. Yeah, so, basically, the Heaven's Gate people believe that there were, little, like, I think they were called, like, incarnates or something like that. There is effectively, like, a discarnate, I think, was like a little kind of like spirit thing that would inhabit their body and cause some issues. And I think specifically some guy was like, this discarnate is making me want to jerk off. And I need to get out. I can't handle this. And he survived. And then there's also another guy who was like, I feel like there's something left for me to do on this earth. I'm gonna stay behind. And then they're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And they just let him live. I think he's one of those ones that like likes to sell a lot of books and stuff like that. And it's like not like I survive Heaven's Gate, more like this is the guy selling like there's a book title that's incredibly wrong. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this Heaven's Gate book with a long title. Let's see. Heaven's Gate book, long title. There we go. Okay, here we go. So, this is, as far as I can tell, this is the title of this book. This book is called The Little Book Provides the Backside Evidence Showing How All Jesus' Prophecy Revelations Are Fulfilled by Those Who Are Known as T and O, the Father, and quote-unquote Jesus, Heaven's Gate UFO 2 witnesses who returned incarnate with their quote-unquote saints from 1972 to 1997, prophesied in the Book of Revelations, termed by Christians as quote-unquote the second coming from the physical quote-unquote evolutionary level above human, the kingdom of God in heaven, whose membership, quote-unquote, wear physical vehicles, parentheses, bodies, grown grown on a vine, parentheses, that human bodies are designed to resemble, to work within the planet-sized spacecrafts like Pluto and Ceres that serve as laboratories for their Earth, soul-growing quote-unquote guard experiments that incorporate the negative influence of Luciferian quote-unquote space aliens, aka the quote-unquote fallen angels, so prospective new members directed by the incarnate older members, and they overcome their human quote-unquote evolutionary kingdom to graduate into the next level kingdom in the literal heavens. That's all on the front. Like, that's might not even be the right. No, that's written by Sawyer. Yeah, no, okay. I got the right one. I got the right one from that guy. That's the title, from what I can understand, from what I'm aware of. Isn't that fun? Isn't that a fun title? Hold on. Let me, on Amazon. Hold on. I can. They shorten it. They shorten it on Amazon. On Amazon, the book is just called called Tiendo, Father and Jesus Heaven's Gate UFO 2 Witnesses. But the full title is literally the entire front cover of this. No, it's saying that masturbation demon technically saves someone from ending their own life as part of the Heaven's Gate cult. That's all we're living. Welcome. Yeah, it's going even past that. That's like Homestuck troll movie titles, which is a sentence that means that I will never see God's light or the next evolutionary level above human. Either or, you know? Either or. It's one of those jokes, too, if I say it and you recognize it, you're also stained, but like if you don't, that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, Heaven's Gate's interesting. I have like a moderate interest in cults. I find a lot of them very fascinating on a certain level. I find a lot of them pretty neat. Let's see, don't want to go say something like that. Yeah, just like in that. I don't know what that little bit right there is. We'll just say it's cloth. Hello, Brian. Welcome. I'm going to jail. You're fine. As far as I'm aware, there's not Homestuck jail yet. I'm sure in 2033, there definitely will be. I'm sure eventually they'll create a proper jail for Homestucks. I'm gonna be real. I still to this day like the idea of a lot of things that Homestuck did. The ending was pretty bad, and I never ended up finishing it. But like, a lot of the ideas were really, really cool, and there still hasn't been really a lot of media like that, or like a webcomic that like mixed together like Flash animations and games and like a vibrant music community. Goddamn, Toby Fox got his start doing Homestuck music. Like, that's where he kind of got like put on the map. He's joked before about making fucking Undertale in Andrew Hussey's basement, and I don't even know if he's kidding. I'm getting inside the gooch where the sun will never shine, but I just need to make sure in there. Except my weird masturbation demon explanation if we're a cult together, chat. No. No, you would still need to be sacrificed like everyone else. I'm sorry. Dim's the rules. I do feel bad about Heaven's Gate, though. So Heaven's Gate, basically, before the end, they spent a lot of their time... Effectively, they were LARPing about going to space. They lived a very simple life. They would change up their eating routines. They didn't take a lot of pleasure in, like, TV, but they would still watch, like, Star Trek every now and then. And, like, for a lot of people, it was just, like... Being in Heaven's Gate was just being, like, in, like, a cozy little LARP community. It's like you are somebody who didn't fit in. You get to kind of cosplay being on a spaceship, and you get to hang out with a bunch of other sci-fi nerds. It's a great thing to do. Like if it's like a great lifestyle if that's what you're into. But then at the very end, when like very likely Marshall Applewhite, because eventually, so it was also originally a 2-part cult. We mostly know Marshall Applewhite as like the crazy guy who ran it and kind of led to its end. But it was originally a 2-person cult with him and a lady named Bonnie Nettles. Oh yeah, no, they did. It was optional, but in their terms, some of them did choose to quote unquote neuter their vehicles. So yes, including Marshall Applewhite. And apparently his was the one that was botched. Which led to him being in immense pain, which probably didn't help the whole like, hey, we gotta hitch a ride on Hillbop, because the spot where my balls used to be hurts a lot. I mean, technically everyone else who got their balls snipped off had like an okay time. So thank you for the hydrate and stretch. Ah, ah. I mean, okay time in like, you know, relative terms. I need a different brush. But like what? But then, yeah, pretty much because like Bonnie Nettles was sort of, from what I am aware of, she was like the brains of the operation, and as weird as it sounds, Marshall Applewhite, they literally just got the nuts. Like they said it was neutering. So I don't know if I actually know specifically if they got the whole kit and caboodle removed. If they call it neutering, I have to imagine it was just the stones that was being removed. They kept the shaft most likely. But like Bonnie Nettles was kind of like the more hippie new age one, and she kind of like was the one that kind of kept the mythos together. But she died of cancer first, and that devastated Marshall Applewhite and probably set some bad precedent. Also because she was the brains, as soon as she was gone, everything was in Marshall's hands, and then they're like, he just one day, he was also suffering from like illness and like, you know, the botched ball removal. Hey, TwitchBot's let me know that ads will be happening in about 5 minutes. Neat. That's a new feature I added. Some of them did. They were basically told to stick to like very low level jobs though. More or less their instructions were more like you need to be like a gas station attendant, or like you have to work in a grocery store, or like in a McDonald's. And the idea was like they needed money, yes, a lot of times, so they would work jobs to bring money back to the cult. But in particular, the higher ups were really worried about like they don't want somebody to take a job and be like, oh, actually, you know what? Being a job's fulfilling, and I get to meet other people and socialize. So their idea was like, you'll choose a job where you will never advance and you will never mean anything, so that one day when we have enough money, you'll quit and you'll go back to commune and you'll work on your spaceship LARP some more. Yeah, I mean the thing is like technically running a website is incredibly cheap. Like if you're hosting it yourself, and like some of them were relatively smart. They weren't all like some of them did have skills. Also, Dirt Flucker, thank you for the follow and welcome to the workshop. Welcome. We're talking about Heaven's Gate while I paint the DOOT. How you doing? This DOOT's gonna need another layer on a bunch of shit. That's fine. That's fine. The dude is he's just still not that bad. Like I'm definitely probably this is the thing that fucks with me before we go back to the Heaven's Gate tangent. I had one of my painting VODs get picked up by the YouTube algorithm. I think it's because it said Skaven, and they're like, ooh, Skaven are hot right now for Warhammer. Here you go. And the thing is, when I painted the Skaven, there was just a bunch of storm vermin, and I was doing like a really slapdash. She was like, whatever, base coat thing. And I was like, oh, I don't want people to see that. I was like, oh, Lemon, how you doing? Oh, yeah, I'm glad you like the DOOT Master. Also, check this out, Asterion Moloc, my Kitbash chapter master of the Minotaurs. I'm very happy. I'm very happy with how this fabric is coming out, though. Came out real spice. How you doing, though? How you doing? Is the algorithm. I'm trying. Like, there's unironically a reason why if you see all my stream titles, they've switched to Warhammer Vtuber, because I'm trying to take a little bit of advantage of the algorithm. I'm trying to min-max that shit just slightly. Let's see, how you doing? Yeah, it's not that I don't want people to see it. It's just that like out of all my paint jobs that got like attention, that was the one. I mean, they can't say like it's like someone saying like Warhammer painter. My brand is not necessarily Warhammer YouTuber, but I do a lot of Warhammer painting, and that does get eyes on you. So I'm going to continue to try that out for a while and see how that goes. Oh, this shit's thin as fuck. I'm going to need to probably do another layer on a couple bits. I also need to do. He is a skeleton. It's hard to tell, but he does have a rib cage. Listen, the Pinkertons. Luckily, at this point, Wizard of the Coast, I don't believe has like Pinkerton money anymore, which is good. Yeah, I mean, technically making little stuff like that's good. My thing is like, I'm a decent painter. I am not like tutorial painter, man. The market of people who do painting tutorials are like A, it's saturated, and B, a lot of these people like that's all they do. Like they sell classes, they do Patreons for like subscribe to my Patreon, and then once a month I can look at your paint job and tell you what you're doing wrong. Um, which is not bad. I'm not disparaging them. I'm saying that like my quality of paint job does not match what they want from that. Like, I mean, the padding, true. But clips still take a lot of time I don't have, unfortunately. My plan is eventually, I do want to start putting some more like VODs on there from like the like VTuber tabletop RPGs I've ran. Oh, son, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's one of those things that I'm sure on Fiverr I probably could find a dedicated editor, and I probably should do that one of these days. Just be like, yo, here's a stream. Get me a clip that's pretty decent, and I will pay you some money. But that's also money. Oh boy, it'd be expensive. How you doing, son? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Campaigns. So I usually do lots of all that. No, that's understandable. As a Skaven painting guy, I've had to deal with a lot of troop stuff. Death Guard, on the other hand, have very beautiful infantry, but they're hella detailed and it makes me sad. At the moment, I am still getting people together. The next so I've done multiple session campaigns before, but they were in the past, and I'm trying to re-get that going again. I'm putting together a Changeling campaign, and I'm collecting times. I got interest for them. I got fucking pepper mess. God damn it. I got interest for those campaigns, but I need to get all the scheduling together for those, which is itself a pain in the dick, but a necessary part of this whole thing. Looks like we got ads coming soon as well, as a heads up. So yeah, that'll be happening soon, and I also do eventually would like to convert those to podcasts, which I think would be rad. I think especially now that like my setup is a bit better, especially because now I can do background ambiance audio and then the VOD have that get cut out, which is very handy for what I do. Because it used to be like I would have to get that with sounds, and then that kind of makes audio editing if somebody's a little quiet kind of wonky. But now I stream audio to a different channel, and the VODs don't pick that up, which is nice. Oh, looks like we got ads. Let me get a little bit of this on here. Let me take a seat. That's a good color. Oh, I'll just use tan for the bones. There we go. We'll use tan for the bones. Then ads. All right, we're back from ads. Oh, welcome back, everybody. We're using tan for the bones. We're using tan for the bones. Oh, before I get to the tan for the bones, there's one last thing with Asterion I gotta do, and I gotta paint the rim of his base. Because usually when I'm big on painting bases, but I always make sure that the rims are black because I just feel like that's good and proper and whatnot. Even though sometimes like the texture paste will go over the side, and then when it's painted black, it looks a little chunky, but that's fine. That's fine. Then yeah, then with this guy should just get an oil wash, and they'll probably be fine, and then maybe I'll do some highlights later. Oh yeah, there's been a couple. The thing is, I think if you want to do a Muppet campaign, I actually believe a game you might want to look into would be Steve Jackson's Toon, which is about doing like bullshit cartoon physics stuff. It plays very similarly to the Made RPG, if you happen to know that as well. Because if the idea of playing like Muppets in D&D is fine, but I also think you miss out like on the craziness inherent to puppets. Like you get that like Gonzo, like not even Gonzo isn't Gonzo the Muppet, but yeah, Gonzo the Muppet. But like in general, just like the kind of like more wild, kind of goofy shenanigans they get into. I feel like that would not translate to D&D 5th edition like at all. But yeah, I think Toon would be the one to go for that. Yeah, it's look for Steve Jackson's Toon. That's probably gonna be the easiest way you'll find that. It is like It's a kind of an older game, but I'd still believe from what I'm understanding it holds up pretty well. Well, thank you for the hydrate. I will do that once I really quickly get some get some black paint and DOOT. Normally I would prime black, but I ran out of black primer today. It's because that got redeemed. It got redeemed. Hello, bad Apal. Welcome. How you doing? Let me get into DOOT folds. Do I want to just go entirely on the inside black, or do I want to do like? Yeah, I probably wouldn't hurt. Take offense to that. Puppets are fun. Listen, puppets have a bit of whimsical fun to it. Hold on. I look way less threatening with this mask on right now. Oh, there we go. Also, at the very least, my streams are built now that when the Cursed Pepper mask goes live, it does stay for exactly 5 minutes. But yeah, I feel like using D&D 5e is a disservice to the idea of like a bunch of puppet shenanigans, if that makes any sense. Like, I get why people have done that, because D&D 5e is a horrible creature that swallows all hope and joy in this world. Why is this paintbrush really stiff? Oh, did this one get does this one get like all gummed up? I probably need to clean that, I guess. I'm gonna put a little bit more black on there and we'll see how it goes. I didn't know 5e was my parents. Well, at least your parents are famous, I guess. It's kind of interesting. I've been seeing there's like a Twitter trend thing in the VTubing spheres where it's like, how do your parents react about you being a VTuber? And it's like, oh, that's kind of funny to see how that kind of conversation goes. As far as me, it's a little kind of a bummer, which is why I haven't really directly answered that. It's like I don't speak to my adopted father much because he kind of went off the fucking rails and my adopted mother passed away when I was younger. So the only family of my human family that knows I'm a VTuber is my sister, and she doesn't understand it, but she's generally pretty happy about it. She's just like, "Oh, you're having fun, hell yeah." Also, a lot of them do not know like anything about anime outside of like, "Oh, I love Sailor Moon." Like that's about the level that they would operate on. Like I remember Pokebands. Like yeah, no, it's not like that. Appreciate too, and fuck yeah. I also did get so during the DM. There's like a GM sale on My Mini Factory. I am not showing my family fucking Legend of the Overfeed. I know what that is. I haven't watched it. I'm aware it's like, I think it's just one of those kind of like generic 90s hentai where it's just a lot of monster. There's just like a lot of hentai that was just like demon tentacles and monsters bullshit. Like not a lot of vanilla. Not a lot of vanilla content. I know some of that might have been because like you didn't have to censor tentacles as much. But I like me vanilla labu labu romance for my stuff. So they do not. The phrase "NTR is the new tentacles" makes me sad on like a mental, a physical, and a spiritual level at the same time. I can't even really disagree with it because it is kind of like a very memey, hentai boner thing recently. But I do not like it. I am on record of not liking NTR at all. Not my jam, no. I love romantic, lovey-dovey, hand-holding, sweet romance bullshit. I love that. That's the shit I'm into. I like that. When two characters are like, we're gonna be together forever. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. Let's go. This is what I'm here for. This is what I'm in for. New tentacles rad? Question mark? Especially when it's like somebody who's like doesn't have like a very good mental self-image of themselves, and the other person's like, no, I do like you a lot. And I'm like, yeah, let's go. I can't wait to see you two kiss. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. I mean, for me, it's not necessarily the porn part. Is that I do read romance manga from time to time. I just find that a lot of times for like H manga, it's condensed, and you don't have to deal with like what if misunderstandings like that. They don't like, because a lot of these are one shots. There's no time for misunderstandings. But like I also do like one shot manga as well. Also, hello, Strixdrolls babe. How you doing? Welcome everybody. Welcome. If you do not know me, I'm Harbernot the Mimic Elf, discussing why I like disgusting hand-holding content on the internet. But I'm also a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. What were you up to? What were you up to today? I'm currently painting the big DOOT. Lego 40K minis. I mean, you could get plans for doing like I think they're called mocks or like MOCs for like if you get like a third party instructions for Legos. This is the DOOT Master. I'm working on the DOOT Master. And then I am also, I think he's done for today. Asterion Moloc. God, hold on. I think I'm just gonna repaint over the fucking the spear. I keep looking at that spear and I'm not a big fan of how that turned out. I think I can unfuck that. Assuming I don't knock over all my glue. Don't sick and terrible, stupid Lego buggy. Yeah, let's go. I would like to do a Lego stream one of these days, but it would probably be like buying a set from my youth and rebuilding it. Like one like the Insectoids or something like that. Yeah, definitely get all rested up and take it easy, yo. Rest up and take it easy. Also, for everyone who would like to see some stuff I painted before, check this. Nope, that's just my zoom out. There we go. Look, here's some Nurgle stuff I've worked on, some Lord of the Rings minis. I need to update this very dearly. That's fine. And then also Geiger. Oh, hello, Miss Mayor. How you doing? Nice. But I like Bionicles. I guess I could get one of those more complex Bionicles, but like basic Bionicle figures are not going to be worth it for a whole stream. If I had to buy one, though, I would buy Onua Classic, because Onua was my boy. I was like, hello, Emily the Moose. What is a Missouri fact? Explain Bionicle lore to us. Oh, God. So Montanui is a planet that's also a robot. God, it's been a while, and also, I grew up on Gen 1 Bionicle. I never got to, like, a lot of later stuff. Crushed stone cement zinc produces comment. So it sounds like if you need like a rock-based building material, you go to fucking Missouri. That's the gist I'm picking up from this. But hell yeah, though. Also, painted it this way seems to be touching this up quite a bit. Cancer threatens existence in the universe. That sounds about right as well. Found the Toon rulebook. Yo, let's go. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, I used to have a lot of Technic models. I had one that was like, it was effectively like they had these like little guns that would fire these like big thick rubber bullets, but sometimes you could attach those to like a bunch of pulleys and you can make like an extend. There was effectively like a Lego Technic like sock and boppers where you would have two robots like fist fight and you would try to hit the targets on the enemy ones, and if you did, the pilot would fly out of his seat. Fucking Missouri is awesome. Call the Missouri. We got lead. Parentheses positive. Hell yeah. Good shit. I have to know though. Do you live in Missouri and you're trying to like drum up Missouri tourism, or you just happen to have found a lot about Missouri today? I am not going to judge you. I'm not going to judge you either way. It's just the icebreaker of Missouri implies like applies an event. Like, you're not just born on this planet Earth with Missouri knowledge. You quest it out. Let me see if I can find... Oh, God. If I go, like Lego Technic... Launcher? Puncher, maybe? I don't even know. No, I'm not gonna... No, fuck! I found it! I absolutely found the set! Oh, fuck yeah, let's go. Oh, this is quality Lego material. This is a set I had in my youth. I forgot I had this set. Like I'm awakening a memory. Oh, hold on. Let me actually select the right thing. Look at that. Yeah, God, yeah, you would try to hit the enemy target. Like, I loved that as growing up because it was a toy and a Lego. Which, I mean, Legos are toys, yeah, but this, like, does a thing, which is neat. And also, they're more advanced, and I was a big brain boy when I was younger. Arguably, I'm a big brain boy now, but I filled my big brain with nothing but useless information. So I've taken my brain and I've squandered it. Yippee! Let's go. Yes, everybody's getting hit by the same fucking like wave of nostalgia, and I'm here for it. See, I knew all of you were very cool, but now that we turns out we all have the same basic memory, I can confirm that. Let's go. But yeah, I totally forgot I had that set too until right now. I used to do. God, this is really funny. Thinking about it now, I used to do some like real autism lord stuff with my Legos. Like Lego, they sell these like big flat like boards, like that were just nothing but like little brick studs, so you can just kind of do whatever. What I would do is I would sit down and I would rope my adopted sister into this, and I would start like specking out like whole businesses and economies and exchange rates for goods. Um, for all of the like all the different Legos and like building mines and I was basically playing a fucking like 4X with Legos before I even knew what a 4X was, which is kind of funny because I like the idea of 4Xs, I just don't play them super often. I think that is why like when I played like Rimworld or Kenshi or whatever, I'm like, ooh. No, it wasn't a capitalism so much as like the simulation that was like, ooh, yeah, I like to, I'm creating my own little functioning world with little bips and bops and bamboozles. And like I said, I'm huge dork apparently. I do legitimately wonder if I was always destined to be like that, or if it legitimately like my parents fucked up when they got me like a fucking. Technically, I got an N64, but I blame Pokemon for setting the dork rot deep in there. I think Pokemon was like that's when like stats and like getting in deep into the mechanics and trading and card games and role play stuff kind of all mixed together. I didn't do any like serious role playing stuff until like I got into like proper role playing games. I missed out on forum role play culture entirely just by sheer accident. Oh, Megas is a series I've watched little bits of, and I need to sit down and give it a proper watch one of these days. Megas is on the perpetual Howl backlog of like, I should watch that more. But I have not. Let's get in there. He's got like a hint of what could be a pelvis, but I don't. Okay, no, I could kind of see a pelvis around there. Yeah, I do legitimately wonder if it was like predetermined. Like this is always going to happen. I'm just gonna like generally kind of do like a real sloppy base coat of like around the waist. And then then I can go in later and just kind of like tweak that if I want to make that more blue or whatnot. All right, what else is this guy? Okay, so he's got some armor that I need to get up top because I thought that was just going to be metal and it is not. Oh, good. I thought that was going to be something else and it turns out it's metal. There we go. There we go. Them slutty little skeletal hips. Ooh, are you craving my McNuggies? The skeletal McNuggies. This is where he is where all of the McNugget bones go. Where it's like if you decide to, it's like all the little chicken bones got to go somewhere, and they just built them together into him. There we go. Let's like get a little bit of metal there. Grab the slutty waist. Oh yeah, hold on. I just realized his. No, I think I eventually picked up the arm like a decent amount. Firmly grasp it. Yeah, but Megas is a series I think I would like to watch, but I have not. I have so many aspirations for shows, but alas. I just want to do like a walkthrough, a walkthrough rewatch, and a couple of other things. But what is the big thing I've been doing as far as watching? Been just kind of catching up on like Adric. They did some episode on like Eldar Wraithbone stuff, and I was like, ooh, that's cool. Because like I've been aware of like Eldar Wraithbone as like a concept in 40k, but I was never an Eldar player. Eldar are one of those armies that like I think are cool on a conceptual level, but I just never got that like model push. Like a lot of times I'll look at a model and be like, wow, let's thank you for clipping that. Fucking goober. I think they're neat and I like their aesthetics, but none of their models like fucking grip me. Meanwhile, like every other Nurgle model, I'm like, fuck yeah, I gotta paint that shit. Let's fucking go. Oh no, you don't need to. But you never need to apologize for clipping. There will be zero shame behind that. All right, let's go. We gotta go through the blue again because this blue is hella thin for some reason. I would not apologize for art. But yeah, at least as far as backlog stuff, I'm getting like it's a game, but like I'm happy to do Deus Ex. Very small. Yeah, the fucking like warp spiders continue to be memed. I don't. The thing that always gets me too is like Eldar are popular. Like they do well on tournaments, so tournament players usually play them. They ostensibly for many years were like the Xeno faction. I don't know what you would consider like the Xeno faction now. Like which Xeno faction has the most players? Like Tyranids and Necrons both got like addition boosts. Well, I don't know if I would say any of them are really quite as like entrenched as Eldar are. Or orcs. Yeah, orcs would probably count actually. It's weird because in my mind, orcs are like their own category. But yeah, no, they're proper Xenos faction. Yeah, you are right. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. The Games Workshop suits as a concept baffles the fuck out of me because like they make a bunch of very questionable decisions all the time. Like ones that it feels like somebody like real basic in business would be like, that's a bad idea. We shouldn't do it like that. Oh, the slutty Games Workshop. No. Games Workshop is too unslutty, if anything. They removed quite a bit. Yeah. I think Blanc was mentioning that earlier, how like orcs used to be a lot more RNG-ish. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, on one hand, the feels good of when your RNG kicks off and you're like, whoa, I did a bunch of fun, goofy shit. But then it's like, oh, there are some days where like the fucking RNG does nothing and you just feel like you just wasted a night putting little plastic models on the table. I have more of a Magic the Gathering kind of example of that. There's a commander deck called like Zinder Split and like Okram or something like that. It's a coin flip deck where like when you flip coins with one, you keep flipping until you hit a tails and you draw that many cards. And then there's another one that you keep flipping coins until you hit tails and you double that person's power that many times. And it's like, oh, you draw a lot of cards and you eventually wombo combo slam someone off the table. And the one or two times that work, that's a lot of fun. But the anti-fun that comes with like, oh yeah, none of the RNG went off. I did nothing. Yeah. Yeah, something like that, where it's like I think Skaven RNG is kind of neat, where it's just like it does a baseline thing, but if you really want to crank it, to do a lot more. I think if they kind of switch back to that style RNG, which maybe that's what they had earlier. Like whenever I would fire a warp lightning cannon, I never felt disappointed. I was never like, that was a waste. I should not have brought a warp lightning cannon, even if it's not probably like one of the better units. You get the glory of like this is a functional good unit, but like when you really want to give it the old razzmatazz. Am I ready? Mentally, yes. Financially, no. God, no. Financially, I'm going to get fucking wrecked. But I'm going to be slightly less wrecked because of my wonderful sponsor, Collectible Squids. Hey! Got him. Got him. But yeah, no, it's, God, I should be... Yeah, I know. I'm a master of the segue. What's it called? I know a lot of the summer is going to be Skaven based, and what's it called? I'm going to need to what's it called? I need to work on some other projects before they hit, because I know once they hit, that's probably going to be the second half of the year of just painting just Skaven. I'm going to renew my I Paint Rat card like super duper heavy duty. The problem is though, I have so much. Part of me is wondering, like, not all the time. I'm debating the idea of doing a Saturday painting stream. The time. Oh, I can do messy. Let's go. This is like my cozy bedhead. Like I was thinking about maybe doing like next Saturday doing like a painting stream on instead of like I like the streams where I do like I read like Dragon Magazine. I do like those. I feel like I need to spread those out a little bit. I feel like I need not that I'm going to run out of content for those. Probably the opposite. There's a lot to do. I feel like I just need to kind of like space them out because I don't want them to be too similar. Like I know as fun as it is to react about like old D&D ads, I feel like if I do too many in a row, it's going to be a little repetitive. So I need to find some options. And hey, that would let me get through my backlog. I could do more like tabletop character creation stuff too, though. That might also be fun. I don't know. I've had another one of those weeks where I'm weirdly introspective about everything I do as a VTuber. But positive. I think those are important weeks to have. You know, it's good. It's good for personal growth and whatnot. Oh God, I gotta get up. I gotta get up in that armpit. But yeah, I got this is my messy hair. I don't bust out the messy hair nearly enough. The thing is, I hate the phrase content creator. There's something about content creator that like some people lean into. It just feels weirdly impersonal and soulless to me. It's like no, I'm not doing like a fun video. I'm making content. I am the content mill. Every day I go to the factory and I hand press content. But I don't know. You're doing it solely for the view. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Feels weirdly impersonal. I'm not making it quick enough. You're technically not wrong about that, but that's more like I'm not making like little shorts and clips and whatnot quick enough. Spicy accountant hair. Is this spicy accountant hair? I'm like the accountant that I took off my glasses and you realize that I was the saucy lad all the time. And you're like, I can't believe I never noticed how saucy you were. I thought you were drab and meek. It is I mean, technically, when I signed the GamerSupps contract for the year, it did write me down. I'm legally defined as an influencer, which is a weird feeling. That's a weird feeling. Not that I was like the GamerSupps people's fault, but it's just like, that's just how you write that down in legal terms. It's like, what is how? He is an influencer. He is going to help us sell energy drink, which is fun. Oh, how you doing? How erotica live stream? Oh God, no. I don't mind saucy content. I don't think I could ever do it myself. I don't think I could ever do that shit myself. It's my brain is not built for it. How you doing, Ars? How you doing? Sorry, I'm denying you saucy Hal content. Honey Pop stream. That would be kind of neat to do. Like I wouldn't mind playing a spicy game, but I would never. Let's see. How technically, I did order the Grimmy hot sauce. I could do a hot sauce tasting stream. Just like an absolute, just like bullshit stream where I just eat hot sauce and just like, I don't know, do other stuff. Change my streaming setup now. So some of you nerds would like Slave Leia Hal way too much. Once again, that would activate some of your neurons irreparably. I could. I need to re-upload that. Unfortunately, a lot of things are bottlenecking on an intro video I really, really want to do for my YouTube channel. And I keep running into like technical difficulties or delays or like other bullshit, life bullshit that's kind of prevented me to work on that. Let's see, destroy my. I have eaten the Death Nut on stream before, so that wouldn't be the first. I played Dungeon Crawl Classics while I ate Death Nuts every time I died. But a drive, yeah. It does. It feels weird because I generally a lot of stuff I like to do is like these are my hobbies. They mean a lot to me. I would like to share them with people because all of my hobbies are social. Legitimately, like technically, I could mini paint forever without anyone else in the hobby, but like a lot of the hobby would die if like people were not getting into it. It's like I don't mind being that like gateway, set a good example for new people who are interested in stuff. If people were like, I would like to paint, but something seems complicated, and I could go, oh no, it's not too bad. You just gotta do this. I like being that kind of person, you know? Hobby hero. I like that too. No, Robbie at knife foot by the waffle. I've done legitimately, unironically, I have done one ASMR stream and I fucked up. I was trying to do like monster reading, and I think I was like, this isn't working out, and I started reading Time Cube. I unironically did like an ASMR Time Cube reading for a while, and then I was like, even this feels a little weird, and I just started playing Monster Rancher. I was just like, all right, ASMR canceled. I'm playing Monster Rancher now. I fucking love Monster Rancher, so that was fun. Yeah, this blue. Why does this dark blue require so many layers? This should not be nearly as thin as it is. I'm not even thinning it, really. Triple H the game. That I know there's like another. Sorry, I was thinking also Spyro Rain, thank you for the follow and welcome to the workshop. No, I was thinking of 30 H's. 30 H's is a Harry Potter fan fiction, which is amazing. So Matthew, thank you for the bits. Thank you. What's it that? Get supported there. Let's see what you fucking did there. I do appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, no, triple 30 H's is an amazing Harry Potter fanfic. Hold on. Let's see. 30 H's Harry Potter. All about the wrestler. Gotcha. Let's see. He wrote a disclaimer. Hold on. I want to. It's been a while since I read some fanfic. This is only like a paragraph. Let me see. Harry Potter groin saw. I need to get a very specific picture ready for this. I need to get a very specific picture for 30 H's. Oh god, this is tiny as fuck. All right. Hold on. I'm about to make a mistake, and I'm going to hold all you captives while I do this. Yes. Groin saw. Here we go. Yeah, that's a picture from it. Can I find like it's like let's see like royalty-free death metal. Let's see if this works. There we go. Creative Commons 5 minutes called Leviathan. Let's do this. All right, time to read 30 H's. Let's fucking go. Let me take a little drink. Dobby relished his groin saw's roar as he withdrew the flesh-choked blade from the astronaut's ruined skull. He turned to Harry, thrusting his bloody, retina-covered pelvis in elven fervor. "How does Roddy taste, master?" Harry spat out an eyeball. Like some kid with eyes, Dobby ducked an astronaut's poison-bobbed fist, digging his groin saw into the beast's abdomen and letting the spray of viscera wash over his elven space armor. The skull's eye sockets on his shoulders grew brilliant with an infernal cast and vomited a bolt of lightning through an astronaut. He was thrown back against the death wall, his flesh boiling in another dimension. Harry slapped Dobby, who giggled. Harry reminded himself to kill himself later. "Master, look out!" Dobby's groin saw screamed as it flew off the armor, rocketing through the air like an early dream of mankind. It flew through 3 astronauts, who dropped their hell spears as a saw cut a hole in the ground beneath them, so they fell to hell forever. "No, Dobby!" Dobby knelt before his master. Harry withdrew his guitar, "Fuck Slayer!" from a dimension where all screamed for naught. wrought from the silver heart of heaven's false promise, laced with the vessels that pulsed with angels' menstrual blood, hewn from the horns of Satan's generals. It laughed as it was set loose, a laugh that only Harry could hear, but no one could share. Harry swung the guitar through Dobby's chicken neck. He took the head of his fallen dwarf slave and tore open his stomach, stuffing the head inside. Harry vomited steam and summoned the great meteor to smash into Hogwarts and kill everyone there for no reason at all. A vision appeared. It was Dumbledore, entombed in his cursed mummy armor, calling from Harry from his moon base, which wasn't on a moon. Harry, you must rock the fuck out! Harry channeled his rage through Fuckslayer. The angel blood boiled as he summoned the great meteor, swathed in the blood of the tiny fucklings at Hogwarts, leapt onto it, and flew into space. He encased the entire meteor in a wreath of holy fuckfire and flew through Mercury, killing the fuck out of it. Then he sent Mercury's carcass into Venus, killing the fuck out of it and making every vagina in the galaxy explode. And inside every vagina, a booby sang of life's mortal fleeting precipice. Harry channeled his rage through Fuckslayer. The angel blood boiled as he summoned the great meteor, swathed with the blood of the tiny fucklings at Hogwarts. Oh, sorry, misread a line. Harry then did fly his meteor through space, punching astral vampires in half with his fist encased in fuckfire, and throwing their ruined heads into the past, where they bit cavemen on Mars, so that history changed and now there are vampire cavemen on Mars. Harry received another vision from Fumblegore, who was having tea and trumpets with the president of Pangea. Go to have tea, Harry. You know I hate trumpets. All right, there we go. That was 30 H's, the Harry Potter fanfiction. Yay! Yippee! All right. I know a lot about weird fanfiction, which is fun. Also, I'm very sorry. Hello, Vicky. How you doing? Listen, I was lost in the sauce super duper hard, everyone. It was the most story of all time. No, that is Yippee Core. That is a very Yippee Core fanfiction. What are you talking? Hold on, I'm actively sweating. I need to turn off my AC. I got way too fucking into it. Yeah, there's more of it. There's more of 30 H's, but that's like the important bits. Like that's the real primo bit of it. Yo, just like ASMR whisper. Oh yeah, hold on, let me get my actual music. There we go. When you see the word fuck slayer, you can't be a baby back bitch and just be like, and then fuck slayer. No, you have to be like, and fuck slayer. Like you have to do it like that. You have to do it like that. One of these days I'm going to record an audiobook and I'm going to be very happy about it. That'll just be my life now. Also, hello. How you doing, Ratto? Vomits a bolt of lightning through. Also, fucking 2 years. Let's go. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Oh god, I'm still dying of heat. I need to drink some water. It's got very I'm the Juggernaut bitch energy, to be fair. Did my eyes wide when I said fuck Slayer? I hope they did. I'm glad that they did. I'm glad that was able to work. So yeah, so like for a while, the thing is, that at one point was a fanfic, like not on par with My Immortal, but it was kind of like, hey, would you like to read a Harry Potter fanfic that's My Immortal in the opposite direction? That's just My Immortal in the opposite direction. And yeah, that was 30 H's. And it's one of those things, was 30 H's written as a joke? Could very well be. But the fact that somebody wrote down Dobby's groin saw, even as a bit, that shit's fucking wild. I always think about that, where it's like, yeah, like sometimes people do write like stuff like that. They're like, haha, I'm having a fucking laugh. But it's still a weird thing for you to do. It is still odd for you to be like, haha, as a joke, I'm going to write an edgy Harry Potter fanfic, and I'm going to say Dobby's groin saw. But yeah, no, yeah, my Immortal will forever be like the bigger one though, which is makes I think my Immortal is overall more fun, and like 30 H's keeps going beyond what I read. But like 30 H's peak is immediate, and then it just kind of drifts back. Like the first 2 pages are all you really need, and beyond that point, it's just kind of like, whatever. Well, meanwhile, like my Immortal does like proper like it can't get any weirder than this, and then it does, and you're like, what the fuck? Inspired Inquisitor. Oh god. I'd believe it. I would believe it. You know what? Actually, maybe what I need to do. I was thinking about what I want to do for Saturday. I'm gonna be real, everyone. That reinvigorated my soul. I need to do another Jake fanfic night. Just get some real bullshit. Just get some real bullshit, and just read that out and chill, and then that would be fun. You know, I'm putting that on the schedule. Fanfic Saturday. That did awaken something in me. That absolutely did. The tricky thing, there are some fanfics though that I probably won't read. Yeah, let's get a fucking chef's kiss. Let's go. Mwah. Why do you call Dobby? Dobby is a... Isn't Dobby like a... I about said like a gully dwarf, but I think that's a dragon. Is Dobby a... No, he's a house elf. Fuck. You're right. Oh, I don't know why then. That's even weirder because Dobby's got more like goblin energy than anything else. Gene Stealer Fetish's book. Oh, is that the one with the... I know there's a Warhammer book where there's a Gene Stealer cultist prostitute. And like, honestly, legitimately, if they did art of that, like a lot of you fucks would be like, mommy. I know you nerds. Everybody says Inquisitor's bad, but really, maybe Ian Watson was a visionary of boners, way ahead of his time. maybe he was too advanced for everyone. Look how good this lad's coming out, though. Get a little bit down here. I need to do like a little dry brushy bit with the skeleton stuff. Oh, that was from Kaphias Kane. Okay, that makes sense. There we go. Yo, what's up, my drow milk aficionados? Oh god. I might extend it into copy pasta too. Just like anything that's just kind of weird and I could theoretically show on screen. Yeah, he's so deep. Oh, okay. It was a short story. There we go. He wants to DOOT. So to explain why I painted the DOOT, I had a scene in my head of like, hold on, of like a smaller model versus DOOT kind of angled like this. And then I have an idea for music I want to play for that. He wrote a book called Orgasm Machine. That's... Oh, it's Inbred, a podcast one. Oh god. Orgasm Machine. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Oh god. Oh god. Oh boy howdy. Oh boy howdy. This fucking... Oh god, Jesus Christ. Listen, the description on Amazon alone is fucking wild. Like, It's God, this is definitely someone's boner fantasy. I don't even want to read it. It's basically saying like there's three laws of being a woman, like there's three laws of being like a robot. It's other people can fuck with your body, but you cannot let your body get damaged. You must listen. It's literally the three robots of it's the three laws of robotics but for boners. Oh God. Okay, hold on. I need to take a screenshot of the cover so that if somebody comes in, they don't think I'm reading out my personal interests. No. No. All right, let me get that on screen. God, for anyone who's watching the YouTube VOD later and they're like, oh, hey, this guy is painting the funny Doot man. And then they're like, wow, funny Doot man. And then I drop this on them. I drop this on them. Oh God, hold on. Hold on. I think the proper way to do this, I need to take a drink and I need to get into the voice. I need to get into the voice.
Okay, this is the right voice. Let's go. The orgasm machine. The three laws of feministics. Rule number one, your body is not your own. It belongs to another. Therefore, you may not damage it nor, through an action, allow it to be damaged. Rule number two, you must obey all laws given to you by your owner, or in cases of loss of ownership by any man, even if such orders conflict with the first law. Number three, you may not injure any man, though through failure to comply with the second law, cause him displeasure or mental injury. Women are chatels as customized sex slaves, their bodies frequently modified to their owner's dictates. Personalities preset to order. Welcome to the world of the orgasm machine. But Jade and Mari escape their masters and dream of revenge, of revolution, and freedom. By Ian Watson.
Christ almighty. I like at the end he's like this is a dramatic tale. This is a drama of revolution, but it's like no, this is all about boners. This is all about boners. I'm so sorry. Listen, everybody can blame Potty. I was not going to read that. I was basically given the no balls of reading that cover. This is your fault. This is your fault. You made me. No, you didn't make me do this. I did technically do this of my own volition. But I'm not gonna Google the covers. I imagine they're just like whenever people do those like weird freaky transformations and it's like I made you into a weird horse. Why would you do that? Because that's what I'm into. It's like, oh, I hate. It's like that in book form. It's just that in book form. Also, like, welcome. I mean the book, not the movie. Yeah, it is literally. It's just that, but for like boner. It's oh God. It's like what's it called? It's like I Robot by way of boner by way of gore. Like gore is a isekai fantasy where women get teleported to like a Conan land, and then barbarian men fuck them. And it's like gore is also like gore is so wild that not only is it just like a bunch of weird trash fantasy erotica novels, but it created a bunch of people called the Goreans that basically treat gore as like the biotruths BDSM lifestyle of their dreams. It's a lot. I regret everything. It's fine. Well, anybody who came in from the Warhammer category during that, I'm sorry and or you're welcome. Enjoy. Dude, please save us from this evil. What even talking about pain? But so the funny thing about gore is that gore actually does have just like a movie. Like it just has a fantasy movie that from what I can tell is just like generic fantasy movie. But as you read through the gore books, they get way more and more and more into like the author's weird BDSM lifestyle where women are basically property. And it's one of those things where, like, if that's like a consensual thing where, like, you and somebody are like, I am owner and then I am property and this is just what we do, that's fine. But, like, the books get real weird with it. They get real weird with it. I'm not saying they should be pulled from shelves. I'm saying that they're real weird books. I am owner and I am bone owner. But yeah, no, people get into like wild boater shit on the internet is wild. Yeah, I love what I did. I did the equivalent of fun things are fun. Jesus Christ. Yui Kaon took over my body and I did not have a coherent thought. I mean, they do get into the philosophy, Rat, but literally their philosophy is woman weak, man strong. Barbarian man does what he wants and gets the sex from the weak woman. That is the way of gore. Like, that's it. That's it. That's entirely it. That's gore. That's just the gore philosophy. You don't have to read any books. That's it. Oh yeah, because like the thing is, I can understand where it's like especially for what Rosalie's saying about like the rules thing. I'll say anthropologist, welcome, and I'm sorry. Like if you are a swinger or like I've heard that polycules are fucking hell because you have to have a lot of rules. You have to have so many goddamn rules, and I do wonder if like there's a certain part where like control freaks and like mean people just kind of like those rules get twisted and warped and stuff like that. And that's how you end up with some like wackety bullshit. Yeah, exactly. We're talking about that unhealthy sex cult. That's why I prefer a harem. I don't think that's much better though. I think it's like one of those things that like in fiction it's fun because you're like, yay, bunch of people like me, yippee. But like it's a lot of like any relationship where there's more than like relationships with two people are already fucking hard. Imagine bringing multiple people in there, like a whole gaggle of goobers, and it's like, goddamn. Like hearing about poly shit where they have to have like a dedicated schedule, like not a fuck schedule. I mean, like legitimately, like in the same way that some households with roommates will have like a list of chores. They have like, all right, so we're going to the zoo this week because we haven't got to see each other since last time, and because it's an odd week, these two people are going to be hanging out at this point, and then we have the big group meeting. And then we go collectively as a group to play laser tag, and it feels just like a lot. It feels like a lot. I mean, for some people it works. I will say for some people that lifestyle totally works. It is alien to me personally, and a lot of people find out that it doesn't work. That kind of thing does not work. Like they're like specifically like the free love stuff of like the 60s. A lot of people were like, yeah, man, free love. Nobody owns anyone. We're all in relationships with everyone. And then you see somebody you like kiss someone else and it hurts. And like a lot of poly relationships get fucked up into that. Oh yeah, this is it's called like the Skeleton Boyer from Saint Decent, but I've been calling him the DOOT Master this whole time. Yeah, exactly. Like there are successful poly relationships, but I always do feel like one or two people get like the shaft, no pun intended, and like their kind of contribution is a lot more minor, or like they're not going to get as jazzed about it. I like it's one of those things. Like I said, I think it works for very specific people, but I also believe there is kind of like general reason why stuff like that is not super common for the most part. No, that's just they don't get the shaft, because if the shaft schedule does not allow, like there might legitimately a polycule, there might be a week where you don't get the fuck because the fuck schedules don't line up. I'm not even like push to spare. I mean, if it was just like everybody, like if I guess like a swingers thing would even make more sense, because it's like, yeah, the goal is we're just going to kind of pass back and forth, and it's basically primarily a sex thing, but at the end of the night we still kind of got like a set couple hierarchy. That would kind of make more sense. I don't think it's a cuckoldry thing. Like I said, I think very specific people are built for polycules, and it's one of those things that like sometimes like you could be like, okay, I like this person and I like this person, and I think they're both pretty cute. I wouldn't mind dating them both. And then like that kind of intersection, it enters like two or three other things. So like let's like, or let's say a relationship where you can kiss all you like, you could like, it's like you kiss all your friends on the mouth. Like for some people you're like, that sounds like a pretty good deal. I like that. But then it just kind of the dynamics get wild. And like I said, I'm sure there's people out there who do it right and have a good time. I've seen a lot of people who don't. Sometimes you end up in a good relationship. Sometimes you end up in the Final Fantasy house. I don't think a Final Fantasy house counts as a polycule, but it's like that kind of like, oh god, we're all a bunch of people living together, and like I need a spreadsheet. Oh god, the Final Fantasy house was a thing from like the 90s or early 2000s. It's kind of the intersection of like otherkin and like people like there's a type of people. It's not as common anymore, but you used to see them a lot more on the internet. Like there's otherkin that are like, "Oh, I'm not a furry. I'm actually a wolf in a human body." And hello, Mars. Oh, yeah, you came in a good time. But there's also people who are like, I am a fictional character. Like Final Fantasy VII was a documentary, not a video game. Hojo was real. Aerith was real. Genova was real. And they're like, I am the reincarnation. I'm the reincarnation of Genova, and you're the reincarnation of Zack. And basically, the Final Fantasy house was like a bunch of people got together in a house. The lady who was Genova, I think it was like a lady who was Genova and a dude who was Hojo, were kind of like the weirdos, sort of like behind a lot of the weird abusive bullshit. And the guy who was Zack was sort of the one who got swept up. And there's some like other people who would filter in and out. There's a very good down the rabbit hole on it. The exact timeline I'm very rusty on because a lot happens. Well, the thing is, it's not an RP house. An RP house would be like, technically like a VTuber house could be like an RP house where it's like, oh yeah, we all know each other as VTubers. And that's it. And that's fine. Like that can make sense, but this is like, I am unironically, you are Cloud. You are Cloud Strife. She's Aerith. And then it does create like, there was like some weird shit like, well, in the video game, these two characters hooked up. So you should hook up with this other character because that's how it's supposed to work. Luckily, that stuff has died down a lot. Like, I think otherkin still exists. There was like, otherkin were in forums. Otherkin moved to like Tumblr and Twitter. Everybody made fun of otherkin went underground. I'm sure if I go to like otherkin Twitter, they probably do still exist to some degree. But they used to have more of a platform than they did. VTuber. No, I mean The Sims, yeah, people have done like that kind of things with The Sims, but I mean like legitimately like a bunch of VTubers moving together in one house. Oh yeah, never painted the bottoms of his feet. Let me do that real quick. I don't think those are ever going to be shown off, but like, yeah, just get that out of the way. Yeah, I guess I keep forgetting that Tumblr is not totally dead, and it's kind of recovered and bounced back to being like a niche blogging platform, which is probably where it succeeds the most. I think Tumblr becoming a driving cultural pillar of the internet was probably a mistake and has led to the Twitter we have now, which is aggravating. There we go. Let's let him dry. Yeah, they used to be more common on DeviantArt 2 used to be more of a thing. Also, Steve, have a good night. Oh yeah, get prepared for Battletech. Hopefully your Battletech goes well. Hopefully you battle some techs. But yeah, an RP house is effectively just like a vampire LARP that keeps going for a while. It's like, I think that could be fine. But then you got some weird ideas where it's like, oh, what if two people in the RP house start dating, but as their characters? It's kind of like that weird thing. Sometimes this happens at D&D tables, but it's not like all the time. Where it's like, let's say a couple is in a game, but their characters don't date. Instead, like, oh, the boyfriend of this couple is dating someone else at the table who's not his girlfriend's character, and like. If you're well-seasoned role players, you're like, oh, that's fine. That's just a character dynamic. But some people would be like, ooh, this is getting a little weird.
Excuse me, Azure Rats, in Vampire the Masquerade, that the rule of being invited is not affected, except if you're one of the couple of clans that have that as their clan curse. Thank you very much. Sorry, I like being every now and then I like being pedantic and putting on the nerd voice. Nerd voice gives me great joy. I do love doing the nerd voice.
Let's get a little bit into the recesses. There's a lot of little touch-ups I gotta do. For real. Oh no, there's a lot of like quote unquote real vampire communities. Energy vampires are very, very fun. Nobody shoved me into a locker and that's how I ended up here. I've grown too powerful. A locker cannot contain me. DFI Curse is very fun. Like, I liked what they did for, like, the bouncers and, like, What We Do in the Shadows, where they could not enter the hip nightclub because you have to be invited in, and they would never be invited in until they got, like, that one guy who turned, and he's like, oh, yeah, these are my buds, and they're like, oh, shit, we can go to a nightclub now. What We Do in the Shadows, I've not seen the show, but the movie was very good. I enjoyed the movie quite a bit. It's a very, very good movie. Okay, this guy's got, like, a lot of little... like a little tidbits and stuff. It's very, very good. It's very, very good. Yeah, but like, if you guys want like a fun afternoon, look up aura vampires. They're people who believe they are vampires, but they psychically feed off of people around them. And the thing that cracks me up about aura vampires is they're technically right. Like, the longer you're around someone who claims to be an aura vampire, the more drained you get at the end of the day. But that's not the way they're thinking. All right, this guy is still drying. We could do a little turnip lad. I guess big turnip lad in the meantime. What do we want to do? We can get a little bit on the backpack. Yeah, technically. Okay, well, it's also because, like, I think a lot of people like the idea of being a vampire, but, like, there's, like, a level of cognitive dissonance where it's like, I don't have fangs. I don't have fangs, but I want to be a vampire. It's like, so what do you do then? You have to invent a new way to be a vampire. And there's really not that many options to make something like that happen. I'm just going to also probably entirely dirt up. I'm just going to do just like a layer of brown over. Oh, shouldn't have done that on the pot. That's fine. Like, I'm going to get it on the socks and stuff. That's fine. So they do that and it's just like, oh, there we go. I can live the vampire dream. Can always scrape and lick like go do it. See if the vampire works in blood. I'm sure somebody does. Like, I also would not. There's probably a non-trivial amount of goths who eventually grew up to work in like late night medical shifts. Like I'm pretty sure. You know what? When people keep talking about like where did all the goths go, at least I'm sure a decent amount of them now work in mortuary services. Dracula don't bite. Dracula scrape and lick. God, I love The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy were really, really good. Really, really good show, by the way. Excellent show. Working 2 a.m. in a hospital. There is like a kind of like neat dreamlike category of working, like dreamlike quality of working. Oh, I'm using the wrong paint. Fuck. That's fine. This kind of like does like a weird blend. I'm okay with it. There we go. Oh my god, it's coming in 4 minutes. My baby says a vampire. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Oh yeah, there's like a whole book series of that, isn't it? Where it's like my soccer coach is a mummy and like my teacher is a Frankenstein or something like that. I know there's like a whole series of books like that. Of just like my ex thing that I would run into as a child is actually a horrible monster. Kind of like Goosebumps. I don't know how serious those were. I know like serious, quote unquote serious. But I mean like are they supposed to be spooky or are they supposed to be? They look kind of comedic. They look kind of comedic. It was a Teletoon. Ah, gotcha. That's all right, Joe. My teacher is a leprechaun. Nice. How was that? Was it trying to actually be a little? I guess leprechauns aren't spooky. It's hard to make a scary leprechaun. Lord knows they tried, and then he went back to the hood, and then that's like before I did my switch over to only watching like bad fantasy movies. I am a little sad I was never able to do a showing of Leprechaun Back to the Hood because that's a baffling fucking movie conceptually. It's so fucking wild. Kitty and Show Synchro. Oh, okay. The amount of people who were super duper into Total Drama Island when that was just way after my time, so I never watched it. But I know some people who are like they swear by that show, like in the some way that like some people swear on like Rocko's Modern Life. I'm like, damn, they must be doing something good, I guess. My father is a VTuber. I know that's a manga actually. That's 100% a manga. There's also a manga where Confucius is a VTuber. Like Confucius got reincarnated or isekai'd or something like that, and now it's just a VTuber. And he's trying to tell people like, no, I'm actually a male, and people in his chat are like based. Yeah, that one, Matthew. Also, how you doing? Welcome. I worked on the DOOT master, who I'm waiting for him to dry a little bit. So I'm painting a tiny bit of this Turn Up 28 guy. Yeah, there's a lot of like philosopher, famous historical figure reincarnates, and they're just chilling in Japan for reasons. Why not? Fuck it. I mean, they chill in Japan because it's a manga and it's written for a Japanese audience. So they're allowed to chill in Japan. Man, we'll get canceled this season energy. It's great. Oh, fuck yeah. My Discord kitten's actually a ghost. Oh, I would like oh god, no, I got a better comedy series. My Discord kitten is actually a cat. And the entire premise is like, not that the Discord kitten's a cat girl. Like you guys know the, what's it called? You guys know that like an infinite amount of monkeys could like type the works of William Shakespeare. I like the implication of a manga where like by sheer happenstance somebody's cat steps on their keyboard enough to give the illusion of being a person and ends up accidentally being someone's Discord kitten. So now the owner is like receiving packages in the mail of like fucking just like weird like gamer girl headsets and whatnot, and their cat is just clueless doing a bunch of shit. That sounds great. Also, Clone High fucks super hard, but I refused to watch the newest season because it was made too late and they killed Gandhi. As far as I'm aware, the Clone High season 2, Gandhi never comes back, and Gandhi was one of the best things about Clone High, and removing him is dumb, and I hate it. And I will never watch it because of that decision. Wait, there's a third season of Clone High? What the fuck? That's fucked up. Yeah, exactly. My cat is someone's Discord kitten, and it's just like a bunch of like comedy hijinks. And then just have like the owner just be around, like they should be like a main character, but the owner should be like, why am I receiving like a bunch of like every now and then the owner will be like, oh shit, I got candy in mail. When did I order candy? And they're like, sometimes I just order stuff and I forget about it. This is probably right. And then they're just like eating candy on the couch, and they're just like petting their cat. Cat has no idea what's going on. Owner has no idea what's going on. They never announce it because of oh god. Like, I guess in theory, as much as I'm pretty adamant of like I would have never watched Clone High season 2. Part of me was like, I would have heard like, no, how? It's actually really good. You should give it a chance, but that never came. So I'm like, oh no, it's just bad. Well, the thing is, I would like to imagine that at some point, like, he's asking a friend of his who is like maybe somebody who is into like VTubers or something like that. Like, why are you getting this? Like they're like, what is this? And like, those are cat girl ear like headset. Why do you have this? And he's like, I don't know. It just showed up at my house. And then they're like, oh, I didn't know you're into that kind of thing. And they're like, I legitimately don't know why it's here. And like, that's odd, but okay. And they're like, maybe at some point they slowly piece it together. Maybe at some point no, hold on. Usually manga ends very weakly. Like, there's usually a very weak ending to the manga. The ending of the manga should like the guy who's like the sugar daddy be like, my Discord kitten, I can't hold it anymore. I love you and I need to see you in person. And then the cat just accidentally hits the keyboard like, lol, okay. And then they come over and the manga ends with the guy like the sugar daddy opening the door, and the owner is on the other side, and the owner's just like, who are you? And it just cold turkey quits and never gives any resolution. That's the only way that series could end. Like, there should never be like any proper resolution. It should just end abruptly like that. Like, that's it. I mean, that would be fun to have the double plot twist of like it's actually a cute girl on the other end. But I actually do think like I don't know. I think the purity of the purpose of like the guy shows up and the cat owner's like, who are you? The cat owner should absolutely just be like a confused dude. Like maybe somebody like somebody who has Discord and like maybe is like a little forgetful to check their messages, but otherwise like a totally normal person. The cat is fine too. That would be a fun ending panel, and then nothing else. Then no resolution beyond that. But I feel like going beyond that would be like explaining the joke. But I think keeping it short and sweet. God, I wish I could draw, because like this would be absolutely something that I think would be right up my alley. If anybody knows any artists in chat, please reach out to them. Be like, you need to do this. You have my, like, I'm calling it my permission. An idea means nothing unless someone does it, but please do that. Someone please do that. Even a single like 4 would be, actually, a 4 would probably be the format for this. It would be absolutely a 4 manga. Let me see. I'm getting a little bit of this guy. How much time I got left? Not the hugest amount. It was not necessarily the plan to paint this guy. Oh, hold on. Also, fuck, I missed a rat on my YouTube for the first. I'm sorry. I'm still very, very bad at keeping up with the YouTube chat. Anyone on the YouTube side, I'm very, 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 very sorry. Still have not found a good rhythm for this just yet. Yeah, exactly. Nothing that gets too long. Like it's a joke that has a very finite lifespan, so you want to capitalize on that. Oh, that's a little bit of paint where I did not want it. That's fine. Also, I added so this part of the robe is actually this part is actually masking tape. You can kind of see a very thin line like right here, but the idea is I want to extend the actual sculpt into a proper curtain where the little guy could peek out. So yeah, I'm painting over tape that has been reinforced with super glue. And I'm very happy how that turned out, though. I'm very happy how that turned out. I do like 4 manga a lot. I think that in my mind, Wakayabashi 4 is one of the best. Also, I found out that Dalman Seiman is my favorite manga artist, and he's released so much shit that I've just entirely missed. I'm so behind on my Dalman works. I need to get back into the swing of that. All right, there we go. How about... He's so good. He's so good. I also, because he does like excellent one-shots, but also I find the type of like his art style is really good. The kind of themes he uses in his manga is really interesting. Like, there's a very good Dalman Seiman manga where a demon is in a room with a bunch of guys, and he's like, hey, a bunch of guys. Heaven, I'm like I said, I'm very behind, so like what I consider new might be pretty old. So I need to double check on what his new stuff is these days, or like if his new stuff has even been translated. How's Algram? How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for that. And also, Nitrous, have yourself a good night and take it easy. I hope it gets off the ground too. I'm gonna do a dry brush of. I still got like a little bit. Oh god, this is very chunky. I'm gonna try to do a little dry brush on the bone. Also, hello Charlie on YouTube, Baba Booey. I'm painting the Doot Man. There we go. Yeah, I'm having a wonderful day, other than like the technical issues earlier in the day, but that's been long enough that I've recovered past them. Hold on, let me get a little bit more on here. I mean, the YouTube's primarily like it's an auto archival thing, and like I've gotten some people from the YouTube side. They're like, "Oh, hey, I really like. I met you through YouTube, hell yeah!" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, that's what I want. That's what I'm going." I was like, confident, have yourself a good sleep too, and take it easy. I will also be joining everybody in Snoozeland pretty soon. I just want to see if I can use my little dry brush and just get like a little bit of like a dusty bone texture. Like a little bit of dusty bone before I wrap up for the night. Also, like normally this guy's supposed to be big, not this big. So it's kind of this. I do think the sculpt scaled up very nicely, which I'm very happy for. Like he makes a good bone giant. It's like, I also maybe I'll use streaking grime on him as well. I was very happy with how the streaking grime turned out on the Saturday collab. Get a little bit on there and a little bit into there, and then like his hips. He's got some hips that could use a little bit of love with the dry brush. Some of the angles are a little awkward though, because like it was like This is meant to be like a tiny little guy and a tiny little detail. That's fine. Oh god. Come on. Come on. Hey, look at them. Look at them. Look. We got some kind of. This is the first time I think I've used 10 as a base for like a chalky bone, and I'm okay with it. They're not pretty legit. I wonder if I could even just like wash. No, there's like a couple little. Hold on. There's like a couple little bits where I think I could maybe get away with washing this, but I would need to hit up like some of the edges with some metal or blue first. Let me do that. Let me do that real quick. Like I can see like right here, like that edge needs a little bit. Oh, this edge needs a lot of bit. And if I do the blue edges, I might need to go a little bit into the. Oh god, this is a whole ass fucking thing. God damn it. It's fine. It's fine. Actually, with this point, I think the rest of it is going to be kind of like I need to get into the folds and the minutia. It's about wrap up time anyway. All right. How you doing, okay? Alas, I think I'm going to wrap up. So, hey, everybody on the YouTube side, have a Baba Booey day. And bye-bye, YouTubers. Bye-bye. All right. So, YouTube stream side has ended.